Welcome everyone to the Motor Yard for another exciting broadcast of Cheese League Baseball. We have the Grazers versus the Steamrollers. Today, Bowen Dixon on the hill for the Grazers and Cardosco Schroeder on for the Steamrollers. And Aria Torres leads it off for the Grazers here. Let's get a look at the shadows. Might play tricks on the hitters here at the Motor Yard. And fouled away. 0-2 on Torres. And strikes are out. Painting the outside corner there is Schroeder. That brings up Amish Yellow, first baseman for the Grazers. Schroeder sports a four-seamer, slider, curve, forkball, and changeup, and gets him swinging. Two quick outs. Brings up Dallas Hatter. 96 on the gun there from Schroeder. Good 88-mile-an-hour breaking pitch there. Grounded to Xerox Madden for the third out of the inning. So quick work there. Crane, Rocket, and Pace do up for the Steamrollers. And we get our first look at Bowen Dixon. Well, not our first look, but our first look of today, I suppose. That's fouled away. Big lefty. Throws, you see there, a 12-6 curve. Slider change. That one's hit through the right side for a base hit. So Steamrollers have a base runner. Chuck Rocket steps in. Second baseman. Ooh, that one kind of traveled through Rocket somehow. Runner goes. Rollers are not afraid to run, but it might not have been the best move there. He's thrown out at second. And Hatter hits a base hit into center field. So that caught stealing was all for naught. Brings up Shepard Pace. Batting .308 so far this year, and hits a base hit up the middle. So the Rollers have two runners on, one out here in the bottom of the first. Annika Proctor steps in. Power hitting first baseman, Annika Proctor. Looks locked in. Don't want to deal with her right now. That one's hit right at yellow, and they double him up. 4, 5, and 6 up for the Grazers now as we go to the top of the second. Harley Stevenson, third baseman. Schroeder's pretty even on the velocity, accuracy, junk, so you will see a little bit of everything from him. That one's popped up and actually hits on top of the Grazers dugout. The 2-2 now to Stevenson. And strikeout again, Schroeder. The third strikeout of the day already. Brings up Tony Austin. Shortstop, pretty good hitter here. 9 RBIs. Actually might be one of the league leaders in RBIs here. 2-1 now to Austin. That one's hit and in for a base hit. In front of Johnston out there in left field. So the Grazers have a base runner. Brings up Esperanza, the center fielder. And 97-mile-an-hour strike on the outside part of the plate there. And the home crowd did not like that call. They thought it was kind of there. Runner goes. And, oh! Pace wasn't able to handle that. I think they would have got him. And that's another strikeout here for Schroeder. I really think they would have got him at second base if Pace was able to dig that out of the dirt. Ooh, that one's off the glove, and he's safe. So the runner advances the third. A wild pitch there. Maybe a pass ball, wild pitch, I don't know. And third out there, caught by Banjo Crane for the final out. Go now to the top of the second, or the bottom of the second. Apologize. Brings up Kurt Johnston. Makes those high pitches. Dixon's a little more of a junk pitcher, not very big on velocity, a little bit lower in accuracy as well. So you won't see too high in the MPH meter, but lots of junk like that pitch, which kind of snuck in there. Full count now, and Johnston has walked. That's what happens when you don't have high accuracy. Tristan Rio steps in. DH would like to break the ice, perhaps get his first hit of the year. 1-1 now on Rios. That one's hit into right field for a base hit. And the runner's going to third. Let's see. And safe. Wow, slides in there safely. That was a close play. That brings up a crowd favorite. Jericho dozen rolls. Center fielder. And they're doing a double steal, but dozen rolls, tries the bunt, pops it up. Unable to do the double steal. So 1 out, runners in the corners. And again the runners go. That one's popped up to Rasmussen behind home plate. So now 2 outs, runners on the corners. And Cabrera comes in. And swings through that one. And that one's hit into center field, base hit. Steamrollers on the board, and Stevenson's unable to handle that at third. Actually, might have been out at third. Not for that bobble there. That brings up top of the order. Banjo Crane, runners in the corners. Again, 2 outs. A mile-high pop-up. And Earp is there to put it away for out number 3. The Steamrollers get on the board first. They lead at 1-0 as we go to the top of the third. And that brings in Chirper. Left fielder here for the Grazers. Charging his Rocket for out number 1. Jonas Rasmussen. Catcher today for the Mustard Crew, the Grazers. That one's hit into center field for a base hit. So Rasmussen's on. Brings in Aria Torres and the top of the order. Grounded to Pace. Let's see if they can turn to Rocket and to Proctor for the double play to end the inning. 6-4, 3 double play. We get a good shot there. The nuclear plant that sits just beyond the motor yard. That brings in Chuck Rocket, and he fouls that one away. 27 or 28 pitches, I apologize now, for Dixon out there on the hill. Still looks pretty comfortable. Grounded to Austin for the first out. Boy, these in Shepherd Pace has got one of the more unique looks here in the Cheese League. These shadows are really tough on the hitters, the fielders. That one grounded. Stevenson with a nice stop for out number 2. Annika Proctor steps in, 0 for 1 today. Looks locked in, however, and grounds that one to yellow for the final out. So the Rollers go down in order, go to the top of the 4th. 2, 3, and 4 up for the Grazers. Brings in Amos Yellow, 0 for 1 today. And grounded foul. Schroeder now, 32 pitches here in the top of the 4th, looking very comfortable, actually looking quite locked in. And walks him. As I say that, of course, he walks him. Brings up Dallas Hatter, 0 for 1 as well. Batting $1, batting 100 so far. And 98 on the gun, high cheese there from Schroeder. And, ooh, a good breaking pitch there. Popped up. No issue for Crane. And that's 1 out. Brings up Stevenson. Also 0 for 1. So 1 on, 1 out here. Grazers. Schroeder goes to Rocket and to Proctor for the 1-4-3 double play. Good pitching here from Schroeder. It's kind of what the Steamrollers needed. Brings up Kurt Johnston. Rollers really need a solid outing here. They are 2-6 in the season. Grazers are 3-4. Actually, the Grazers started hot, and he walks there. Brings in Tristan Rios. 1 for 1 already today. Very good speed on the bases for the Rollers. They're a team that likes to run. That one's hit through the right side. So 2 on. No outs. Jericho dozen rolls, comes in. And strike right down the pike. And ball high and inside. 2-1 now to dozen rolls. And he pops it up. Infield fly is called. That will be the first out of the inning. Xerox Madden steps in 0 for 1 today. Contact versus lefties is activated though. Just hit him in the knee there, it looked. And they're working the inside part of the plate, 1-1 on Madden. Looks like maybe a double steal was going on there or something. Double steal, hit and run. Infield fly called nonetheless. 2 outs, 2 on. That brings up Cabrera. And he pops it up. Hatter puts that away for the 3rd out. So 3 straight pop-ups. The Rollers leave 2 on base. We go to the top of the 5th. 5, 6, and 7 up now for the Grazers. Tony Austin steps in. Grounds one up the middle for a base hit. Love the old world feel to the Motor Yard ballpark. Kind of feels like, I don't know, has like a Camden Yards, Boston, Fenway Park kind of vibe to it in some aspects. Esperanza, 2-1 now. Schroeder's still looking locked in, 46 pitches now. And working back, 3-2. Whiffer's activated for Esperanza. Grounded to Schroeder. Let's see if he does it again. And he does. The 1-6-3 double play this time. That brings up Justice Berg. The Berg. Looks tense. Hitting pretty decent though, 286 so far. Not too bad. Grounded to Proctor for the final out of the inning. Grazers go down in order. Steamrollers at the top of the order coming up now. The bottom half of the frame. Banjo Crane. 1 for 2 today. You know, if Dixon actually he's looking neutral. And his stats have not gone down significantly, so he's looking quite comfortable too. That's the full count on Crane. And Crane swung it. Ball 4 there. That was a little weird pop-up in the infield. It kind of dropped into no man's land. Nonetheless, he's out. Brings up Brockett. Lots of curveballs, lots of junk here happening from Dixon. And strike 1. 3-1 now to Roquette. Man, high strike. The home crowd did not like that. And Roquette walks. 1 out walk here. Brings up Shepard Pace, who's 1 for 2 with a single today. And that one's a base hit up the middle. So Pace with the 1 out. Hit up the middle. Now we got 2 on. 1 out. Proctor's up. And she looks at a ball high. So 1-1 on Proctor. And right down the middle. That might have been the pitch to hit. Fouled away. 1-2 on Proctor. Takes that pitch inside. Crowd likes that one. Swings at one in the outside part of the plate. 2-2 now. Hit up the middle. The runner stays put at third. So they hold the runners. Now Kurt Johnston steps in. 2 walks today. 2 walks. Love it. bases loaded, 1 out. Grounded to Hatter. He goes the short way, or the long way, I guess. Gets the sure out, I should say, at first. Run scores. We got 2 outs, 2 on. And that one's hit quite well. I think he just got under it, though. And Esperanza puts it away for the final out. So the Steamrollers get 1 run there. They leave 2 stranded, however. Nonetheless, they lead at 2-0 as we go to the top of the 6th. Sure burp. So Alfio Miller comes in now in left field. Defensive replacement. It's grounded to second for the first out of the game as Rasmussen steps in. He looks locked in. I don't think Rasmussen is their everyday catcher. Doesn't have a lot of at-bats, I don't believe, but nonetheless looks locked in. That's grounded to Rocket for the second out. Aria Torres steps in, 0 for 2 today. Leadoff hitter here for the Grazers. Schroeder's still locked in there. He's 57 pitches, the 8 pitches now. 2-1 to Torres, and 3-1 now. And walks Torres. That brings up Amos Yellow, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. Torres runs pretty well at first, and she goes. And Pace is able to dig that one out. Puts the nice sweep tag on for the final out of the inning. 7-8-9 up for the Steamrollers. Jericho doesn't rolls, 0 for 2. Really like to get out of this slump as he pops that one to Yellow for the first out. Dozen rolls. Needs to get out of that slump. Xerox Madden comes up. It's at a high strike one. Thought about going. That one's hit to Yellow as well. Can he track it down? He dives. Gets into foul territory. I thought he almost whacked his head off the wall. Popped up. Esperanza is there. And puts it away for out number 2. Peter Cabrera steps in. 1 for 2 today. Looks at a high pitch. And that one's grounded to Hatter, who's there to snag it for out number 3. So top of the 7th now. Steamrollers looking to lock this one down. 2, 3, and 4 up for the Grazers. And 2-0 now to Yellow. And the 3-0 pitch. Strike. And Yellow's walked. So Schroeder walks Yellow here to lead off the top of the 7th. Brings up Dallas Hatter. Can't imagine that Yellow would be running at first. Hatter's hitting .095, so say just focus on low balls, maybe get a double play right like that. Pace to Rocket to Proctor for the double play. How about that, folks? Grazers down to their final out now. Stevenson fouls that one away. And swings through that. So 0-2 now. And try to get her to chase outside. Popped up. And it looks like Schroeder's going to take that himself. And he does. The final out. There it is, folks. Steamrollers win. They improve the record to 3-6. Grazers move to 3-5. That was a pretty darn good pitching display from both sides, I would say. 2 runs allowed. 0-3-0 for the Grazers. 2-8-0 for the Steamrollers. Big hits, of course, coming on the Steamroller side. Johnston and Cabrera. The RBI hits. And, Austin and Rasmussen doing all the hitting on the Grazer side. So, yeah, that's how it goes sometimes in baseball. Schroeder, complete game win. 1-1 now on the season. 4 strikeouts. 3 walks, but 4 strikeouts. That's pretty darn good. Dixon does get the loss. And both guys actually really good ERAs for right now. For the Cheese League, for sure. Obviously, Schroeder, #1 player of the game. 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, 3 walks, 4 Ks. Just said that. Johnston, 0 for 1 with the ribby and the run. And then Dixon also gets the nod. Dixon had a pretty good game. Pitched quite well. 6 innings pitched, 8 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks. Nonetheless, set a pretty good pitching matchup there. For game number 40 here in Cheese League Baseball. So thank you so much for watching Cheese League Baseball here on Geek Cheese on YouTube. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the little bell, ding-a-ling when we post new content. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter for Cheese League updates and schedules at geek_cheese. And we will see you next time, folks. Have a good one. Steamrollers win.